Learn about the tense. Okay, before start the tenses, let me explain the grammar. What is called grammar? Actually, what is called word sentence? What are the different types of grammar? Let me give introduction. So first, grammar. So there are many grammar bits are there, and let me start from the first. Actually, what is called word and what is called sentence? What is called subject? What is called phrase? And what is called verb? There are different types things are there. And word, a group of letters.
కొంచెం పెద్దగా పెట్టండి వర్డ్స్ కొంచెం పెద్దగా
Okay.
నెక్స్ట్ చెప్పండి
Yes, and what is called word? A group of letters arranged in a proper way in a meaningful order is called word. For suppose A, B, Z. This is not a word. Why? Because it is group of letters, but it is not in meaningful way. So, for suppose A and T. So this is called word. It is a meaningful word. So a group of letters arranged in a meaningful order is called word. In the same way, what is called sentence? A group of words arranged in a proper way or in a meaningful order is called a sentence. So we have four kinds of sentence are there, and assertive, imperative, interrogative, exclamatory. That is different. When we get kinds of sentence bit, we learn those bit, that bit. So let us learn a group of letters, group of words arranged in a meaningful way or proper way, proper order is called sentence. So and so let us learn. And in sentence, when we get any sentence and there are different parts of sentence, different parts are there in each sentence. So how we form the sentence is all about the tense. So if you have clear idea about the tenses and which situation what tense we use, which situation what tense is useful to form a sentence in, which is suitable to correct to that situation. So let us learn one by one. So word nothing but a group of letters arranged in a meaningful order. If there is no meaning to that word, that is not called a word. A group of letters arranged in a meaningful order is called, for suppose, so these are all called different. Why? Because these are meaningful words. In the same way, a sentence, a group of letters. So, let's suppose Raju is a student. It is called a sentence. Why? Because it is a meaningful word. For suppose Raju student is a. If we don't maintain the proper order, it is not called a sentence. So we can understand a group of letters arranged in proper way is called word. A group of words arranged in a meaningful order is called as sentence. So let us learn what is called tense. So subject. For suppose Raju is a student. So what is called the first word in a sentence is called as subject. For suppose Raju is a student. Ravi is an engineer. So Ravi is what? A subject. So what is called subject? Whom we talk about is called subject. Subject nothing but suppose if I talk about Raju is my friend. So whom I talk about Raju. So Raju is a subject. And next phrase. A group of sentence, okay, group of words arranged in a meaningful order. Phrase nothing but a group of words arranged in a meaningful order, but it doesn't give a complete meaning. So it is called as phrase. For suppose on the road, in the market. So on the road, it's a, there are three words and a meaningful way, meaningful order. So, but it is not called a sentence. It is a sentence, okay, but a group of words arranged in a meaningful order, but it doesn't give a complete meaning is called as phrase. So in the market also. So who is in the market? Where is the market? So we have no clear idea about this sentence. So a group of words arranged in a meaningful order, but if it doesn't give complete meaning, it is called a phrase. Okay. So let us learn. There are many things. Predicate. So predicate, there is another word. Predicate nothing but a sentence which talks about the subject. For suppose Madhu is playing chess. So here we have a sentence. Madhu is playing chess. So Madhu is a subject. Whom I talk about? I am talking about Madhu. What is he doing? He is playing chess. So I am talking about Madhu. That is why Madhu is subject. And so the remaining sentence, except the subject, the remaining sentence is called as predicate. Predicate is nothing but a sentence which talks about the subject. So this is called predicate. So subject. And so this complete sentence, to understand the things in the sentence, we should learn about the tense. We have different types of tenses. Next we learn. So Madhu is subject and is a helping verb. Playing, it's a verb. Chess, object. So object two types, direct object, indirect object. We learn next. And so here Madhu is subject. What is subject? Whom we talk about is called subject. I am talking about Madhu. That is why Madhu is a subject. So what is helping verb? Helping verb nothing but which is helpful to the verb. So is helpful to the verb. That is why is helping verb. Playing, playing. Okay, plays. So 5 verbs are there. So playing is a verb, and which follows the verb is called as object. Okay, this is called a sentence. Just now we learned what is called a sentence. Just now I have told you. So sentence is nothing but a group of words arranged in a meaningful order. What is sentence? A group of words arranged in a meaningful order is called as sentence. What is called a word? A group of letters. A group of letters arranged in a meaningful order. If the group of letters, if the word has a meaning, then only it is called a word. For example, a group of letters, there is no meaning to that word. It is not called a word. Okay. So let us learn. So we have 12 tenses. Actually, we have three tenses: present tense, past tense, and future tense. So in each tense we have 4 aspects, nothing but 4 parts. Present tense. So simple present tense. Sometimes we call it present simple also. Simple present tense, present continuous tense, present perfect tense, present perfect continuous tense. In the same way, in past tense also. Okay, let us see. Is playing chess. Is a predicate. Yes. And Madhu, this is subject. Okay, except the subject. If we remove the subject from the sentence, and the remaining thing is called as, remaining part in the sentence is called as predicate. This is very important. Okay, this is called predicate. Okay, so and then except Madhu, that all is predicate. Yes, except Madhu. If we leave the word Madhu and remaining sentence is called predicate. Why? Because this sentence is talks about the Madhu. And yes, Madhu is a subject. Subject nothing but whom we talk about. But suppose I am talking about my friend, his name is Shekhar. So if I talk, Shekhar is a good student. Okay. So I am talking about Shekhar. Shekhar is subject. But suppose and you are listening online class. I am talking about whom? I am talking about you. What are you doing? You are listening class. So you is the subject. So remember that whom we talk about, it may be thing, it may be person, it may be place, whatever it may be. So that word whom we talk, that is called, that sentence is called word. That word is called a subject. Okay. Next next remaining predicate. First word we understood, and sentence and subject this one, and phrase. This one, phrase nothing but a group of words. Okay, here in the market, or on the road. Okay, in the classroom. So in the market, group of words. Clear? A group of words. It is in a meaningful order, but it doesn't give complete meaning. If suppose Raju is in the market. It is complete sentence. Where is Raju? Raju is in the market. Clear. But if we are in the market, who is in the market? Where is the market? We have no clear idea about the market. So that is why this group of words, it is in meaningful order, but it doesn't give complete meaning. It is called as phrase. Clear. And predicate. Just now I have told you. And is playing chess. Except the subject, the remaining part of the sentence is called as predicate. Okay. So let us learn. After that, and when we are learning the tenses and each sentence, we should be able to identify the parts of the sentence. What is subject, what is verb, what is helping, what is object, what is preposition, and also how we prepare a sentence, how we make a sentence into question mark. So we learn each and everything clearly. I hope you understood. Phrase. It is incomplete meaning or sentence. Incomplete sentence. And phrase is incomplete sentence. Yes, incomplete. So it doesn't give complete meaning. Nothing but incomplete sentence only. That is called phrase. And the person, noun or name is said to be subject. Okay. It may be noun, it may be pronoun. And but suppose I am a student. I am talking about me. I is not a noun. I is a pronoun. Okay. He is playing cricket. So I am talking about he is a pronoun. Maybe noun, it may be pronoun. So it is subject. Suppose tense. Tenses, and first of all present. So we have three tenses: present, past, and future. In each tense, present tense, it has four aspects. Aspect nothing but four types or four parts are there in present tense. So that is nothing but simple, present, and next present continuous. That one present tense. So in the same way, past also, simple present, simple past, past continuous, past perfect continuous, future also same, simple future and future continuous, future perfect continuous. So in the same way, we have total 12 tenses are there. So when we learn these tenses, each and everything we should have clear idea. If we have clear idea, then we can understand the remaining grammar rules clearly. So most of students, what they think, tenses, I learned these tenses in 5th class, 4th class. But they know the tenses, maybe they may know the names, but they have no clear idea. So let us learn each and everything clearly. So, and for some simple present tense, it is called as present simple also. So each tense has structure, and structure nothing but subject plus verb, present form V1 and plus object. In the same way, when we use this simple present tense to talk about the regular activities, universal truths or facts nothing but universal truths. So to talk about regular activities and universal truths, we use simple present tense and present continuous tense. It has structure, subject plus am, is, are plus present forming, first verb in, ing plus object. So present perfect tense, it has structure, subject plus has, have plus third form, third verb, past participle and plus object. And in the same way, present perfect continuous tense, subject plus have or have been or has been plus first verb in plus form plus object. So we should learn each tense, its structure and its definition, and if we know the structure and the definition, and we should be able to prepare different kinds of sentence in different tenses. So definition is necessary. Why? Because to identify in which situation what tense we use. So if you have clear idea, then we can prepare sentence in any tense. Let us learn each and everything clearly. First we learn about simple present tense. Subject plus present form, verb, present form V1, past form V2, past participle V3 and object. So here to talk about the on facts. So we use this tense. Tense. So regular activities, to talk about regular activities and facts, universal. So what is called regular activity? In nothing but an action happens regularly at a certain time. It no need to happen daily. It no need to happen weekly. It may happen monthly once. It may happen yearly once. It may happen regularly. It may happen 3-4 days per once. So whatever action it happens at a certain time continuously. it is nothing but regular activity. So my friend goes to temple on Saturday, every Saturday. So he eats, Raju eats 4 times a day. So these kind of actions are called as regular activities and universal truths. Fact. So sun rises in the east, sun sets in the west, the earth moves around the sun. So whatever the action is positively believed throughout the universe, throughout all the people, that is nothing but universal truth. Okay, let us learn the examples. Yes. So let us learn. So here we have a sentence. So Madhu is a subject, place it's a verb, cricket is an object. So Madhu subject, and first we should write first verb and present form of the verb. We should write play. I have written place. Okay, I will tell you why I mentioned yes. So play first verb and next remaining object. So if we know the structure, if you know the structure, then you can form a sentence based on the structure. Subject I mentioned, and verb one I have mentioned, and object. Then the sentence belongs simple present tense here. And when we and Madhu plays cricket, they win the game. We learn French language, Spanish language like that. So I ask a question. Whom I ask? Next we can mention. I ask a question. I ask them a question. So that is different. So here we have one note. Where do I mention? I mention here. And after preparing some sentences, and we have a, actually you will get a doubt. And so why should we mention yes? Here to this verb win, we did not mention any letter, yes or is, and learn. We did not mention any extra letter to this verb. But here we know the verb play. But why did I mention yes? Let us learn. But suppose when we have note. If we have I subject. I used to go. So here, what is the subject? Nothing. What will come? I, he, you, they, he, she, it, this, that, these, those. These things will come in the place of subject. Okay. Here, when we should remember the note. If we have he, she, it, or they, from this four, if we get whatever we get subject from this, and I subject, we should add s or es or ies to the verb. Here, Madhu, it's a name. Here we have a name. So we got Madhu as a subject. At the time we should add yes, yes or is. So play. If we mention yes, it will be meaningful. Then I have written yes after play. And for example, sometimes we can mention go, sometimes is, which is suitable. Sometimes yes is suitable to the verb. Es is suitable to the verb. Is is suitable to the verb. Let's suppose he goes to temple on every Saturday. And so here he I subject. Here we have he I subject, and when we have he I subject, we should add yes. Yes is suitable to the play. That is why I have written yes. But suppose go, es is suitable to this. That is why I have written es. Sometimes ies, but suppose carry, then we can write carry, c-a-r-r-i-e-s. Ies is suitable to the verb. Clear? And then whatever you have, so they won the game. So Siddharth, and they won the game. This is that sentence is belongs to simple past. So when we learn simple past tense, then we can learn about the second verb. So here we have written on. I have written only first verb. Clear? And they won the game. That is the right sentence, but the sentence is belongs to simple past. And 3, there should be V1. Yes, we should mention V1. Then only it belongs to simple present. If we mention V2, it will be simple past. We cannot mention V3. Whenever we have third verb, definitely we should have helping verb before third verb. When we learn present perfect tense, then I will tell you what helping verb will come when we have third verb. And subject V1, object is simple present tense. Yes, right. And Ravali eats chocolate. Okay. Ravali eats chocolate. That is also right sentence. Ashwini, Ravali eats. So Ashwini, she mentioned this sentence in the comment box. So here Ravali is a name. Here we have a name. That is why we should mention es or is. Eats. Actually, eat is a verb. Then we mention yes. It will. So it is completely a sentence. If I not write a yes, then it will be a wrong sentence. Next to okay sir, understood. Okay sir, okay sir. So why I am telling each and everything clearly, of course. Most of the 90% of our students, if they have 4 or 5 months gap or 2 months gap minimum, so they may forget each and everything. There are different things are there in the grammar. There are many turns. So many things we should remember to learn the grammar bits clearly. So that is why I am explaining each and everything clearly. So I hope you understood simple present tense clearly. And after that, first suppose how we make the sentence. Here a sentence, affirmative sentence, nothing but assertive sentence, positive sentence. Here, first suppose if negative sentence, positive sentence nothing but the sentence which doesn't have not, never, no. If we don't have these words in a sentence, not, never, no. If we don't have these words, the sentence is called as positive sentence. For suppose Madhu plays cricket. Positive sentence. So how can we make it as a negative sentence? What is called negative sentence? If we have no, not, or never or unless. If we have these words, any word if we have from these four, then it is called as negative sentence. So how can we make this sentence as negative sentence? Madhu plays cricket. Madhu doesn't play cricket. And so how can we make this sentence as negative? Here actually let me learn. Right, they don't win the game. So we learn French. We here he goes. He doesn't. We can write. I don't have place that right now. Right? So here Madhu plays cricket. So remember this. Whenever we have yes or es or ies to the verb, then we should mention does not. So here yes, instead of this yes, we mention Madhu subject. I have written. Also, we should make this verb as negative. Doesn't. We mentioned doesn't. That's why I did not mention. Yes, doesn't play cricket. But so if we sometimes we don't have any yes or es or ies to the verb, we have like regular verb. So then what we do? We do not mention does. We should mention do. Don't. Do not we can write. So do. So whenever we have yes or es or ies, we should mention does. Does not. If we don't have these things, yes or yes, so we mention don't, do not. Clear? So most of the situation, here, Rahul. So how can we make this sentence as negative? Can you answer? Understood topic, Brahmarati, okay, sir, understood. Okay, sir, yes. So this is for suppose Ravali eats chocolate. Ravali doesn't eat chocolates. Okay, clear. And Ravali never eats chocolates. We can mention that also. So no, never, not. Sometimes we can mention unless. When we learn about the if class, we learn about unless, where we use unless. For suppose if you not come to the class, you cannot get the notes. For suppose you cannot understand things properly. So you don't come to class. For suppose, and then you can't get the notes. So how can we add these two tenses? Two sentences we have to. So by using conjunction, we should add these two. How can we add? Suppose you don't come to class, you can't get the notes. Then if you don't come to class, you cannot get the notes. That is the sentence. Clear? But suppose instead of not, we can mention unless you come to the class. It may be difficult to understand for you, but I am giving an idea. I am giving an idea. And if we have unless, there is a word we have. Doesn't eat chocolate. Ravali doesn't eat chocolate. I won't come to class, right? Doesn't. When we use use until you come to class. I want to start the class. So if you come to class, then only start. At the time we use until. That is conjunction. Actually, and grammar we can learn many things in each sentence. How can we use no, where we use never, where we use unless, where we use not, until, everything we can learn. But if we have a little bit idea, little bit not required idea. So whatever your requirement, if you learn that, then whenever you practice the things, you will get different kinds of doubts. Okay, each and everything we will explain, but you may not understand. Most of the students, what they do, when a teacher teaches and most of the students they listen, but when they are doing practice or whenever they get to a difficult sentence or difficult, whenever they get to doing practice, they will get different kinds of doubts. Actually I learned each and everything clearly when my sir explained, but I am not able to answer this sentence or answer to this question. At the time, based on this idea, if you have idea on these things, then you are able to think about the next step. Why? Because it is a step-by-step process. If you understand this, then you can understand the remaining bits. For suppose voice, active voice, passive voice, speech, if class, articles of comparison. So, kinds of sentence, all these things you can understand clearly. Whenever you have idea about these things, it is a step.